So intense that I'm going to take a brief break while we are waiting for our next game in 30 minutes. I'm going to go make myself a hot cup of tea and help relax my throat just a wee bit before we have another shatteringly intense, nail-biting game in 30 minutes. Alright, sports fans. I am back. I have a cup of hot tea sitting next to me. Let's turn the level a little down on the music. We are 17 minutes away from Game 4 of the Blaseball Finals. This could be where the Tigers secure victory from the Millennials, or when the Millennials strike back. Will the Millennials form a resistance and fight back the Tigers and push us into Game 5? We don't know. We will see. Thank you all so much for tuning in. This is Blaseball Radio. I am your radio host. I am not affiliated with Blaseball.com. So anytime I'm shilling for them, I'm not making any money off of that. I want to be transparent. Transparency and citing your sources are very, very important. So is, paying your workers. So I wanted to say, do not give me money. Don't give me bits. Don't give me subscriptions. If you're giving me bits, I'm going to be donating them to the focused charity for today. That's what those bits would go to if you give them to me. I'd rather you give them directly to the charity. You should give money to the charity that's being featured in the chat. The bot will periodically post links. You should also help support Blaseball. They only make money two ways. It's through the Patreon and through sponsorships. We'll talk about their sponsorship in a sec. If I end up making money at this, and that's not what I'm doing this for, I'm doing this because to take my radio host hat off for a second, the world is real scary out there right now, and my brain does not like thinking about it. So casting Blaseball helps me not think about it, and I hope that it's helping people like yourselves out there as well. That's why we're doing this, for the community, not for anything else. If I were to make money off of this, I would be using it to help pay contributors to add things to the channel. I've commissioned emotes from a friend. I've reached out to some music playing friends and seeing if maybe they can put some stuff together so we don't have Pretzel Rock running in the background. Not that Pretzel Rocks is bad, but a little more Blaseball-y theme would be rad. The link just popped up in chat now from Nightbot. The featured charity by the Chicago Firefighters Fan Club is the Lakeview Pantry. There's a link there so you can donate. If you're not financially secure, if times are tough for you, don't feel pressure to do it. That's okay. Everyone understands that it's wild out there right now. So, there's going to be tweets all day tomorrow. #BlaseballCares. Retweet those so more people can see what we're trying to do with the community. Do that if you can't afford to help. That's cool. It's okay. All right. Radio host hat back on. Let's focus. 14 minutes and change. End of Season 3 here at Blaseball, the discipline era under uncertainty. Let's take a brief look back into Blaseball history. The end of Blaseball Season 1, the decree to open the Forbidden Book was voted upon and triggered the city of Moab being eaten by Hell. So now they're the Hellmouth Sunbeams. Umpires gained the ability to incinerate players. Jalen Hotdog Fingers was the first one incinerated. RIP. Thank you, Kawaii Dragoness. I will fix that. Thank you. That's not the one I want to edit. It's this one over here. Spacing and enters don't work right in Nightbot, or at least that's what it seems like. I don't know. Okay, it should be fixed. Thank you for bug fixing that. Yes, so Sunbeams now in Hellmouth. Speaking of Hellmouth, there is a really, really dope radio station on Spotify, I think? No, maybe it's not Spotify. It's SoundCloud. I'm going to be retweeting them like forever because it just blows me away. It's AM 9940 _ Inferno on Twitter. And I'm going to post that in chat here real quick. AM 9940 _ Inferno. They have just amazing stuff. You should check it out. And then on Twitter, at A Risk of Rain, put together a 6-track EP for the garages, and it absolutely slaps. So you should check those out for your listening awesome stuff. Art-wise, there's so much cool stuff going on. Check that out. Sorry, I got derailed. We were talking about Blaseball history. End of Season 1. Jessica Telephone got a max batting increase, which fans believed to be the Gunblade bat that same boost got renamed to in Season 2. And it ended up being dubbed the Dial Tone. Polka Dot Patterson for the Crabs got the pitching boost, which is the arm cannon in Season 2. Jessica Telephone was a Dallas Stakes player, but then got stole by the Pies. Pies won Season 1 against the Chicago Firefighters. In Season 2, the Pies won against the Shoe Thieves. And Jessica Telephone was stolen from the Pies by the Tigers. So Jessica Telephone has been on 3 different teams now. Season 2 had 2 decrees go into effect. It's the 4th strike, which the Millennials have, which means they need 4 strikes to be struck out. That's what this little icon up here means in their stat block. They also got a soul swap, which boosted a bunch of their player stats. Very, very powerful for the Millennials right now. The other decree that went into effect was peanuts. All this week, Blaseball has been plagued by peanut fraud, by people stealing peanuts. There have been ominous messages periodically on the Blaseball website, usually triggered by having to go into siesta because of peanut fraud. We don't know what the peanuts do, much like we don't know what the birds do when there's birds weather, which we do have lots of birds weather right now for Game 4 in this matchup. The election is still going on now. You can buy voting rights and votes in the shop with your winnings. Also, while you're in the shop, you can click on the sponsor link for Blaseball. It's Friends at the Table. Friends at the Table is an actual play role-playing podcast focused on critical world-building, smart characterization, and fun interactions between good friends. They put out a one-shot to kind of tie in with Blaseball called Sports Are Just Numerology, featuring Arthur Martinez-Tebble and Austin Walker playing an amazing game. It's really heartfelt. It's really, really good. Check it out. Check out the rest of their stuff. They have a bunch of really cool things. With your election tickets, you can vote for things like Eat the Rich, which will redistribute the top 1% of fans' income or wealth between people at the end of the season. Eat the Crust, which will take 5 players from the 2-time champion Pies and reassign them to other teams. Interviews to get to know the players. We don't know what that means. Late stage means post-season bet payouts increase. So it's 2x during the quarterfinals, 3x during the semis, and 5x during the finals like we are in right now. And base running gives you a 1/10 of a run if you steal a base. Now, I do not advocate for forbidden knowledge, the stats behind the game. But at SIBR official, SIBR, the Society for Internet Blaseball Research, did a paper on why it's really, really important to not pick Blaze Run. So you should check that out. SIBR also is the reason why we have this box score here in the bottom left corner. This was developed by Saki Mori, who works alongside SIBR. SIBR is at SIBR official on Twitter. Again, it's forbidden knowledge, it's stats, so if you don't want to know those spoilers, don't check that out. Alright. So, there are many things to vote for. There are also blessings to vote for, such as maxing out your anti-capitalism stat for your team, stealing your sub-league's best hitter or best player in the league. All of the blessings are raffle tickets. They are not votes like the decrees. The decrees are based on number of votes that go in. These are raffle tickets. Every team gets at least one. So it's entirely possible that your team dumps a bunch of tickets into Summoning Circle, and then you don't get it. So just as a warning. 17 hours, 6 minutes to vote. Results will be posted tomorrow. Pardon me 1 second while I mute my mic. Sorry about that. We're 6 minutes, 36 seconds away from Game 4 in this series of the finals here at Blaseball Season 3. Very exciting, very tense. Is this the game where the Tigers take the win? Or is this the game where the Millennials stage a revolt and fight back and push to Game 5? We'll be finding out in about 6 minutes. Thank you again, fans, for tuning in. This is Blaseball Radio. I'm your radio host. I am not affiliated with Blaseball.com. I am unofficial. I am a fan, just like all of you out there. If you are a fan that wants to sportscast, please do so to your heart's content. But remember something the commissioner told me when I asked them about sportscasting, which is, keep it respectful. Blaseball is for everyone. That's why we have the swear filter on. If you have to swear about Blaseball because you're so passionate about it, please don't use salty language in chat. That's what Twitter's for. Go swear on Twitter. There's no swear filter there. You're good. Another thing that I need to address, and I will address it every game, Black Lives Matter. Trans rights are human rights. If you think those things that I just said are political in nature, you can just skip on out of the stream. You can close the window and bail. Bye. See you later. This channel is a safe space. I'm not going to let toxic elements take root. End of story. We are 5 minutes away from the next game of Blaseball. Chester Naff says there should probably be a swear filter on Twitter. And yeah, that's not a bad idea. Like, make it opt out so it's automatically on and then people can just click it off. Easy, you know? Anyway, we're 4 minutes and change away from Game 4. A brief recap of the previous game. Tigers burst out of their cage, swinging, ferocious, ready for vengeance, and scored 3 runs in the top of inning 1. Hold on 1 second. Also, always donate to bail funds and oppose police however you can, says Knight and Gem. Yes, ACAB, all cops are bad. It's true. Brief note about programming. Previously, the way that I would rig up tabs and windows so that way we could see all 10 games simultaneously was called Panopticon. Because, like, all-seeing eye, occult creepy. And then I remembered, oh wait, no, that was a philosophical thing about prisons and being able to watch every prisoner simultaneously, and prisons are garbage. So, no, we're not making prison references anymore. It's called the Viewfinder now, and it's going to be the Viewfinder. So, that's just a little bit of insight into the way my brain works a little bit. We're 3 minutes and change away from the next game. Very, very, very excited. This could be the end of the series. This could be the Tigers' first win. Or the Millennials could push it back and go to Game 5. What we do know is the Pies are not in the running, which means Ascendance is not on the table. So if you look at the Forbidden Book, there's the book tab over on the right, you scroll down, it's section 5B. If a team wins 3 championships, they and Blaseball shall ascend. A lot of fans were very eager to find out what would happen, but the Pies got eliminated, so we're not going to find out. Keep an eye on this book page tomorrow, because after votes go through and things are announced, the election tab will show the results. The book might change. That happened last week. These names at the bottom, those individual letters, were not visible. Sportsmanship is Dead, I don't think was there. The 1 million peanuts thing here of 5E was not there. A lot of things changed. So keep an eye out. Wild stuff can happen. Doubly so with the election results of like interviews or late stage or eat the crust. All sorts of crazy stuff can happen. Keep your eyes peeled. We're 2 minutes and change away. I'm going to throw out my broadcast tweet and a shout to Watch Party. Thank you, magnificent Splorts fans, for tuning in. Sanu, yes. Or is it Sanao? Sanao? I think if it's Sanao, let me know if I got it right. I want to get names right. Anyway, I agree. I would love to see interviews. But I'm not allowed to express any bias because all of my bias, the way I do things is I allow myself 2 points of bias that I am allowed to cheer for my hometown team, Chicago. Because we're from Chicago. I'm going to say a word and nobody outside of Chicago are going to know what the heck I'm saying. French room. Anyway, that aside, I'm burning all of my bias points to shout out a charity that the Chicago Firefighters Fan Club is highlighting during Blaseball Cares tomorrow. Hashtag Blaseball Cares. Keep an eye on it on Twitter. Chicago Firefighters Fan Club is highlighting the Lakeview Pantry Food Bank. There is a link that will periodically pop up in chat. If you are financially secure enough to help out, that would be wonderful. If you're not financially secure, that's okay. Everyone understands that it's rough out there. It's okay. Just retweet the charity links and help get more views on those, so maybe someone can help. Don't give me money. Don't give me subs. Don't give me bits. Put them to other things. We're 15 seconds away from game time. One note of the national anthem has been played and promptly silenced because we do not have time for that. We have time for sports. Play ball in 1 second. Let's go. Game 4. Tigers up to bat against the Millennials. Will the Tigers secure victory? Or will the Millennials strike back? Patty Fox pitching for the Millennials. Fish Summer batting now. Patty Fox is a 2.5 star. Let's see what happens here. There is a ball and then a foul back-to-back for Fish Summer. And another foul. Count is 1 and 2 now for Fish Summer Sports fans. And Fish Summer hits the ground out to Sandy Turner. Paula Turnup, new rookie for the Tigers, replacing fan favorite Landry Violence, up and hits a triple. Yes! Wow! All right, scoring position already for Tigers. Let's see if the Tigers are ready to go. Jessica Telephone up to bat with the dial tone gunblade bat. There's a foul. Ball 1. Ball 1, foul 1. Count is 1 and 1 now for Jessica Telephone. Can they dial it in? There's another foul ball. Bird noises, says game log. Another foul. Okay, count is 2 and 2 right now for Jessica Telephone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Strikes out looking. 2 outs now for the Tigers. They do have someone in scoring position on third base right now. Rookie player Paula Turnup. Let's see if Alyssa Harrell can bring Turnup home and put a point on the board for the Tigers. Foul ball 1. The last couple games, the Tigers have started off incredibly ferocious and inning one, so let's see what happens. Alyssa Harrell hits the ground out to McLaughlin Scorpler. This is a change of pace for the Tigers right now. Let's see what happens. New York Millennials batting now. Bottom of the first. Fan favorite Dominic Marijuana at the plate. Game log says, the birds are mad at you. You specifically, you know who you are. Strike one looking for Dominic Marijuana. Maybe psyched out by those birds. They're creepy. Strike two swinging for Dominic Marijuana. Let me pull the music down just a little bit so we can hear those sound effects a little better. Ball two, count is 2-2 now for Dominic Marijuana. Ball three, Marijuana may be taking a walk. Let's see what happens here, sports fans. Strike three swinging, but the Millennials are rocking the four strike. And Dominic Marijuana hits a ground out to Fish Summer. McLaughlin Scorpler batting now for the Millennials. One out, one ball right away for Scorpler. Let's see what happens next. There's another ball for Scorpler. Will Scorpler scuttle? There's a strike swinging for Scorpler. 2-1 is the count. There's another ball. And Scorpler draws the walk and scuttles to first. Let's see if the Millennials can stage a comeback here. Conrad Vaughn batting now for the Millennials. Ball one for Conrad Vaughn. And Conrad Vaughn hits a single. First and second loaded for the Millennials, one out. Let's see. Thomas Drakena batting now for the Millennials. Foul ball. And hits a 3-run home run. Millennials on the board. Schneider Bendy batting for the Millennials now. Oof. One out. What are we going to do with all these birds? Asks Game Log. That's a great question, Game Log. I don't know. Find them loving homes, hopefully. Ball one and strike swinging back-to-back for Schneider Bendy. And Schneider Bendy hits a ground out to Paula Turnup. Paula Turnup, new rookie for the Tigers, putting in the work to help replace Landry Violence. Rest in violence. Wesley Dudley batting now for the Millennials. Strike one. Looking. Wesley Dudley hits a single. On first base now, Richardson Games. Are they here to play? Batting for the Millennials, 2 outs. Someone on first. Can Games capitalize? Ball one. Strike one. Looking for Games. Ball two. Count is 2-1 for Richardson Games right now. Ball three. Richardson Games might be taking a walk here. Yasmin Mason may be a bit scared here. Richardson Games takes the walk. First and second loaded for the Millennials. 2 outs. Winnie McCall on call. And hits a ground out right away to Zion Alicia Keys. They could not capitalize on the people on bases, but let's see if the Tigers can come back with a vengeance here. Hades Tigers batting now, top of the second. Millennials leading 3-0. Peanutty Duffy up for the Tigers. Ball one right away. Patty Fox pitching for the Millennials. And Peanutty Duffy hits the triple. Whew, Duffy is in scoring position right now. Let's see what happens. Moody Cookbook up to bat for the Tigers. There's the ball. Strike one swinging for Moody Cookbook. And then a foul ball. Count is 1-2 right now for Cookbook. But can they bring the sauce? Can they bring a score here? Ball two. Count is 2-2 for Moody Cookbook. And a ground out to Winnie McCall. First out. Still someone on third. Ren Morin batting for the Tigers. Strike one swinging for Ren Morin. They're clearing feathers off the field. Strike two swinging for Ren Morin. Ren Morin strikes out, looking 2 outs. Zion Alicia Keys batting now for the Tigers. Can they capitalize on the third base player right now? Will it happen? Foul. Ball one for Zion Alicia Keys. Strike two looking. And a fly out to Winnie McCall. Millennials batting now. Let's see. Sandy Turner for the Millennials. 2328 birds. That's a lot of birds. Do these birds have souls? Asks the game log. And that's a great question that I don't have an answer for. It seems a little philosophical. Ball 1 for Sandy Turner. And a foul ball right after. Sandy Turner hits a fly out to Zion Alicia Keys. That's the first out for the Millennials, but they are still leading right now 3-0 versus the Tigers here in Game 4. Dominic Marijuana batting, and there is a foul ball right away. And there's a ball. Count is 1-1. Lafayette says in chat, 2 triples and no score? Man, yeah, it's wild out there. Dominic Marijuana hits a single, makes it safely to first base. McLaughlin Scorpler batting now for the Millennials. And a ground out to Alyssa Harrell, but Dominic Marijuana manages to make it to second. Conrad Vaughn batting now for the Millennials. There's a strike, one swinging for Vaughn. And Dominic Marijuana gets caught stealing third base. Oh. Zion Alicia Keys batting now for the Tigers. Tigers fans must be overjoyed at that play. Ball 1, strike 1 swinging for Zion Alicia Keys. Strike 2 looking right now, so it's count as 1-2. Zion Alicia Keys just strikes out now. It's 1 out. Randy Castillo ready to Castigo. Bird noises, says game log. Randy Castillo hits a single, gets on base. Fish Summer batting for the Tigers. The birds are very loud, says game log. Ball 1 for Fish Summer. Foul ball. Count is 1-1 right now for Fish Summer. Ball 2. Is Fish Summer going to take a nice summer stroll to first base? Ball 3. It's beginning to look a lot. Oh! And Fish Summer hits a fly out to Dominic Marijuana. 2 outs right now. Someone on first for the Tigers. Rookie Paula Turnip up to bat for the Tigers. And there's a foul ball. Turnip has very big shoes to fill. And does so. Turnip hits a single right away here. Turn up. Jessica Telephone with the dial tone gunblade bat is up to bat. Foul ball. Can Telephone dial it in and connect with vengeance here for violence? Hits and scores 1. Tigers are on the board. Way to go, Telephone. First and second loaded. Millennials still leading 3-1. Alyssa Harrell batting now. 2 outs. Strike 1 looking for Harrell. There's a foul ball. Count is 0-2 for Harrell. And a ground out to Sandy Turner. Tigers are on the board now. It's the bottom of the third. A 2-point lead for the Millennials is strong, but it's not game over. Conrad Vaughn batting now for the Millennials. Let's see what happens. Conrad Vaughn hitting a single, getting on first base. Thomas Dracana up batting now. Reaches on fielder's choice. Vaughn out at second base. Schneider Bendy batting now for the Millennials. There's a ball. And there is a foul. Counts 1-1 for Schneider Bendy. Knight in Gem says, we're on the board! And, Bendy just hits into a double play. Oof! Yeah, double plays are not common, and they're crushing when they do happen. The Tigers seem to have a tendency during this final that once they're on the board, they remember they could be on the board and start attacking the board. Peanut Duffy up and instantly grounded out to Winnie McCall. Moody Cookbook batting for the Tigers, trying to whip up the secret sauce that is points on the board. Let's see if they can make it happen. 0-2 right now is the point call for Cookbook. And a ball. Count is 1-2. Several birds are pecking Moody Cookbook hits a ground out to Sandy Turner. 2 outs for the Tigers. Ren Morin batting for the Tigers now. We're in the top of the 4th. 2 outs. Foul ball 1 for Ren Morin. And a ground out to Winnie McCall. Oh, Tigers fans hate to see it. Bottom of the 4th. Millennials batting now. Schneider Bendy walking up to the plate. And a ground out directly into Ren Morin's mitt. Wesley Dudley stepping up. There's a ball. And there's a foul. Ball 2, count as 2-1 right now for Wesley Dudley. And a fly out to Jessica Telephone. Telephone has not been connecting in the previous games as hard with their bat, but they're doing amazing field work right now. The Birds are paralyzed. They can't move. Ominous and strange. Richardson Games here to play. And plays into a fly out directly into Paula Turnip's mitt. Whew. Top of the 5th. Tigers batting. Zion Alicia Keys at the plate. Strike 1 looking. And a ground out to Sandy Turner. Is the gravity turned up too high right now? There's been so many ground outs. Randy Castillo hits a single. Out the gate. 1 out. On first. Fish Summer batting for the Tigers. Is it time for Hot Fish Summer? Let's find out. Do these birds have souls? Asks the game log, and I don't think we're going to find that out right now. Ball 1 for Fish Summer, and a strike directly after looking for Fish Summer. And another strike looking for Fish Summer. And strikes out looking. 2 outs. Paula Turnip, new rookie for the Tigers. A lot of pressure to perform right now. Someone on first, and there's a foul for Turnip. Will Turnip turn up? Strike 2, swinging for Turnip. And there's a foul ball, but it's not a strike. Turnip strikes out looking. We're at the bottom of the 5th now. Richardson Games here to play for the Millennials. Yasmin Mason pitching for the Tigers. Let's take a quick look at Yasmin's scores. Yasmin is a half-star pitcher. This is a rough one for the Tigers. 2 balls back-to-back for Richardson Games. There's a third. Games maybe walking. Games draws the walk. Whew. This has to be grueling for the Tigers. Winnie McCall batting now for the Millennials. Strike 1 looking for McCall. And then a foul ball back-to-back. Strike 3 looking. Mason may have been dialing it in here and may be ready to start putting some strikes on the board. Winnie McCall hits the ground out to Randy Castillo, but someone is on second right now. Sandy Turner batting for the Millennials. 2 outs, and Richardson Games gets caught stealing third. Why do this? 2 outs, Sandy Turner batting, 1 strike. Ball 1, strike 1. New York fans, you hate to see it. Foul ball. Count is 2-2 after a ball right now for Sandy Turner. 2 outs and a fly out to Fish Summers. We're at the top of the 6th. The weather is lots of birds. The Tigers are lagging behind the Millennials right now. Millennials 3, Tigers 1. Tigers batting now. Jessica Telephone is up with the gunblade bat and hits a ground out to Winnie McCall right away. Alyssa Harrell batting for the Tigers. Strike 1, swinging for Alyssa Harrell. And a fly out to Winnie McCall. Peanut Duffy batting now for the Tigers. Sports fans, it's starting to look like we may go to Game 5 here. Peanut Duffy hits a single and gets to first base. Good job, Duffy. Cookbook ready to get into the kitchen that is Blaseball. Strike 1 looking. Ball 1 counts 1-1 right now for Cookbook. 195 birds, says Game Log. Ball 2 for Cookbook. Is Cookbook going to take a walk? Ball 3, it's beginning to look a lot like Cookbook's going to walk. Foul ball, count as 3-2 right now, 2 outs. And hits a 2-run home run. Tigers tie it up in the top of the 6th, 2 outs. Ren Morin batting now. Foul ball for Morin. And there is a ball, count is 1-1. Will the Tigers take the series here and now? Or the Millennials going to push them back in a Game 5? Ball 2, ball 3, count is 3-1 for Morin. Morin may be taking a walk here. Hits a double. 2 outs. Zion Alicia-Keys batting right now. It is a spicy time tonight, says Chrome Robo in chat, and I agree. If you are spice averse, grab a glass of milk, grab some antacids. It's going to be a rough one here. Zion Alicia-Keys hits a ground out. Sandy Turner going to be batting up next for the New York Millennials. Can the Millennials break the tie? Can they stage a Millennial break? If you're a Friends at the Table fan, you'll get that joke. If you're not listening to Friends at the Table yet, you should check them out. They are the sponsor for Blaseball this week. Sandy Turner hits a flyout after 2 balls to Jessica Telephone. Telephone has been putting in the work in the outfield today. Dominic Marijuana hits a single, gets to first base. McLaughlin Scorpler batting for the Millennials and hits a single. First and third loaded. 1 out. Conrad Vaughn. Let's see what the Millennials do here at the bottom of the 6th. Game 4. Ball 1 right now for Conrad Vaughn. Ball 2. Strike. First strike for Conrad Vaughn. Count is 2-1. There's another ball. It's 3-1. Vaughn made walk. This may be bases loaded for the Millennials. Strike 2 looking. The birds are after the children, says the game log. Please keep an eye on your children at the sports arena. Strike 3 swinging. Conrad Vaughn draws the walk. Bases loaded for the Millennials. 1 out. It is intense right now. Thomas Dracana batting for the Millennials. Reaches on fielder's choice. Dominic Marijuana out at 4th. 2 outs. Schneider Bendy batting for the Millennials. There's a foul ball. Literally trying to not bite my nails at this one, folks. This is intense. What's going to happen here? Ball 1. Count is 1-1 for Schneider Bendy right now. Foul ball. Counts 1-2. What's Bendy going to do here? Hits a triple! 3 score! The Millennials break the tie! Millennials 6, Tigers 3 at the bottom of the 6th. Wesley Dudley batting now for the Millennials. 2 outs. Someone's still on third. There's a foul ball. We may be going to Game 5, but the Tigers may come back with a vengeance. Wesley Dudley hits another single, and there's another score. Millennials 7 now. Tigers 3. Someone on first base. Richardson Games batting for the Millennials. 2 outs. There's a ball for Richardson Games. Strike 1 looking. Count is 1-1 for Games. And hits a ground out to Fish Summer. The Tigers, tired of the Millennials' advance right now. The Tigers up to bat. Can they tie it back up? Can they win this? Let's find out. Randy Castillo, ready to Castigo, hits a ground out right away to Sandy Turner. Fish Summer up to bat for the Tigers. Strike 1 looking. Fish Summer hits a single, gets to first base safely. Paula Turnup, new rookie for the Tigers, feeling the pressure. Can turn up. Strike 1 looking for Turnup. And hits into a double play. It's the bottom of the 7th. The Millennials are back to bat. Will the Millennials break this game? Will the Millennials tie it up and push to 5? Winnie McCall batting now. Strike looking. The Tigers are running out of time to catch up. Strike 2 swinging. Strike 3 looking. The Millennials have the 4th strike. And strikes out swinging Winnie McCall. First out for the Millennials. Sandy Turner batting now. Foul ball for Sandy Turner. This is intense. Strike. Looking. Count is 0-2 for Sandy Turner. 1 out. Strike 3 looking, but the Millennials have the 4th strike. There's a ball. Count is 1-3. There's another foul. Count stays 1-3. 1 out. Sandy Turner batting. Ball 2. Turner might be taking a walk here. Mason may walk them. Ball 3. The walk may be real. Sandy Turner takes the walk. First base, loaded right now. Dominic Marijuana, fan favorite of the Millennials. These birds hate Blaseball, says the game log. 1 out, 1 ball for Dominic Marijuana right now. Two-run home run from Dominic Marijuana. Millennials 9, Tigers 3. McLaughlin Scorpler batting now. And hits a ground out to Ren Morin. 2 outs. Conrad Vaughn batting for the Millennials. We're probably going to Game 5, sports fans. Do these birds have souls? Asks the game log. And it's an interesting philosophical question. Ball 1 for Conrad Vaughn. Foul ball. Count is 1-1 for Vaughn. The birds continue to stare, says the game log. It's intense out there. Ball 2. Count is 2-1 for Vaughn. Vaughn hits a single, gets the first base. We still have 2 outs for the Millennials. Thomas Dracana batting now for the Millennials. There's another ball. Mason may be cracking under the pressure here, pitching for the Tigers. Strike 1, swinging for Dracana. Ball 2, count is 2-1. Dracana hits the ground out to Peanut Duffy. It's the top of the 8th. Paula Turnip, new rookie for the Tigers, filling Landry Violence's shoes. Can Turnip turn up the heat? The birds are moved. They're paralyzed. They can't move this turn. Strike looking for Turnip. The Tigers have limited time left. A ground out to Schneider Bendy. Paula Turnip is out. Jessica Telephone, with the gunblade bat dial tone, hits a fly out to Winnie McCall. Oh, no, Tigers fans. Alyssa Harrell is up. Strike 1 swinging. This may not be where the Tigers bite deep into victory. Strike 2 looking for Alyssa Harrell. With 2 outs, there's a ball for Harrell. 1-2. Ball 2, 2-2 for Harrell. Like, don't get me wrong. And hits a ground out to Dominic Marijuana. We're in the bottom of the 8th right now. Don't get me wrong. Jessica Telephone has been doing a great job in the outfield. I really want to highlight that. Schneider Bendy, batting for the Millennials in the bottom of the 8th. Millennials leading now 9 to Tigers 3. Bendy hits a double, makes it to second base. Oh, Wesley Dudley batting now for the Millennials. And a fly out to Moody Cookbook. But there is someone on third. Richardson Games here to play. Ball 1. Pardon me, folks. I'm going to take a quick sip of tea. That is still volcanically hot. Schneider Bendy scores on the sacrifice. Millennials 10. Tigers 3. Bottom of the 8th. 2 outs. Winnie McCall batting now. Ball 1 for McCall. And Winnie McCall hits the ground out to Alyssa Harrell. It's the top of the 9th. The Tigers have a slim chance at turning this around and winning the series right here, right now. Peanut Duffy batting for the Tigers. Hits a ground out to Schneider Bendy. The Millennials need 2 outs to push to Game 5. Cookbook. Moody Cookbook. Do you have the recipe for success? Do you have the secret herbs and spices to make this happen? Foul ball. Ball 1. Count is 1-1 right now. Foul ball 2. Count is 1-2 for Cookbook. Moody Cookbook hits the single, gets to first base. There's one out right now. Ren Morin batting for the Tigers. Ren Morin hits a single, first and third, loaded, one out. Zion Alicia Keys up for the Tigers. The tension is real. It is electrifying. Foul ball for Zion Alicia Keys. Zion Alicia Keys hits into a double play. Oh my goodness. That's game 4. The series is tied. The Millennials have struck back. Millennials 10, Tigers 3. We're going to game 5. Sports fans, this has been intense. This has been some amazing baseball today. The semifinals and the quarterfinals were also amazingly great games. We are in for some real serious baseball here. Let's check the timer. We're 32 minutes away.